What's up, Nail Geeks? I am back with another video for you guys during this spamathon. I have Femme Fatale's Monster Edition Volume 2 collection, as well as the Color of the Month and the Fiend of the Month to show you guys. P.S. If you haven't seen Femme Fatale's Polish Pickup, there's a couple hours left in my giveaway over on that, so go check that video out real quick and then come back over here and check out these swatches. Let's dive right in. First up is Camp Cold Lake. This is described as a pale green when warm to deep blue when cold with soft pale pink matte glitters in 2 different sizes. So this has a Crelly formula to it, which pretty much all of them across the board in the 5-piece set have this type of formula. It's got this real slick type of jello-like feel to it, so really like glossy, if that makes sense, and how they apply. And for the most part, I think 3 coats is perfect for all of them. And honestly, I think some rockin' shorties might be able to get away with, say, 2 coats, but honestly, I think that 3rd coat really makes a difference, especially with exploiting the wonderful, very contrasting warm and cold states. So going in here with my ice water, you can see that it's really obvious, especially given that I don't have too much of a free edge right now since I filed down, but you can still absolutely see it. And next is Haunted Mask. This is described as a deep murky teal when cold, shifting to an orange when warm. It also has sky blue matte glitters in 2 different sizes. So I do agree with that. This was an interesting one. It was a bit unexpected in the change overall, and I thought it was really cool. So I want to describe the very warm state, at least what I'm seeing, which was what is on the video. Is the warm state is this orangey sort of almost pruggly type of orange. It's got a bit of a murky brown sort of undertone to it. And when it's very cold, it has this interesting type of, I want to say it's, in my opinion, more of a very foresty with an undertone of pruggly type of green, if that makes sense. And again, really obvious. So really cool when you get that nice temperature change. And next is Headless Ghost. This is a delicate pink when warm to violet when cold thermal with pale mint blue matte glitters in 2 different sizes. So another really fun one. I personally just really appreciate thermals that have obvious hot and cold states, especially when they're so contrasting. Even if they're not a tri-thermal, there is a bit of a mid state to them. And I think these all kind of fit that build. Really pretty and just so obvious. And I love wearing thermals, especially during the fall and winter months, because here in the South, someone's always got the AC still on or what have you, or it's humid, and you can always get that nice hot and cold state difference whether or not you go inside or outside, regardless of whether or not it's going to be, super cold outside or anything like that. And next is Not Seeing is Believing. This is a vivid pink when warm to orange to red when cold tri-thermal with deep purple matte glitters in 2 sizes. So again, going along with this really jello-like type finish and formula, I do want to touch on the glitters in all of these. They are what I consider on the smaller size, and I had no issues fishing or anything like that for any of them in all 5 of the polishes, 6 if you want to go into the other 2 in this video, but they don't really give you texture or anything, and honestly, I think a nice thicker glossy top coat is perfect to give you that real squishy, super smooth, satisfying type of glossy appearance when you're finished. I think here on the ice water shots, giving you guys a really good idea that this is a really obvious tri-thermal in person. I was worried that my swatches were going to make it look a little subtle because it's not in person. They just are in what I would consider a similar color family. And lastly, in the Volume 2 collection is Stay Out of the Basement. This is described as a bright swamp-like chartreuse when warm to black when cold thermal with hot pink matte glitters in 2 sizes. So again, easy peasy formula here. I think 3 coats, once again, is perfect. And I liked the contrast between the pink glitters on this one and the hot and cold state. Now, on myself, the chartreuse, the warm state, is what I would consider a true type of chartreuse. Definitely got that limey green sort of vibe with that murky sort of feel. And the cold state, you'll see here in just a moment that I wasn't quite getting it to black per se, but it was coming off as a as almost like a deep chocolate brown in the ice water. I think right here you can get a good idea of that. It's definitely flirting with black. I would have to say that. Perhaps my ice water might not have been cold enough, but it was looking more like a deep, deep chocolate to me. And next we have the color of the month. This is Desert Jasper, described as a cool-toned beige curly with assorted metallic and matte glitters in brown, copper, golden yellow, hot orange, olive, seafoam green, and aqua. This is a really interesting base color. I do agree it's a true what I'd consider beige, but I think it's going to absolutely play up against your skin tone. So any tone that you are and whatever your undertone is, I think is going to really have this one pop differently against you. So against myself, I consider myself medium and warm. It's coming off as a nude on me. And next we have the Fiend of the month. This is Allium and is described as a sheer milky pink curly base that is giving way to a berry and purple metallic glitters in various sizes. This is accented with golden flakes. I really, really liked this one. There's something about the more in your face, matchy match type of glitters and that base color. I'm really liking it. It's very neutral. It's very soft and delicate and pretty. And I think it's really versatile in that if you wanted to, I could definitely see this coming off as a great topper over, say, a pinky sort of base, but wearing it on its own gives you that beautiful milk bath sort of appearance. Now, these will all go up for pre-order starting tomorrow, October 1st at 9 a.m. Australian time to October 5th at 9 p.m. Australian time. I'll link you guys below to Femme Fatale if you want to check that out. The rest of these, not including the Fiend of the month, should be going to stockists such as Butometry. And again, the Fiend of the month you can only grab through Femme Fatale's website on their pre-order. I'll break all this information down below for you guys. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.